I've had the opportunity the last 30 years to travel all over the world to teach singers and teachers and train them. And wherever I go, the main question that I get asked is, how do I go from my low voice to my high voice without switching voices or getting stuck? That's always the big problem, my chest voice, my head voice. You know, a lot of times you're trained to either sing in your chest voice or sing in your head voice, but the problem is you just don't have enough notes to really be a successful singer that way. You got to be able to figure out how to get between those places. The first and most important thing you can do as a singer is to be able to get as comfortable as possible with as many notes as possible. Okay? When I speak, I have a pitch to my voice right about there. If that's the only note I can sing, I'm not going to be able to be a very good singer. If I try to drag that voice up, I'm going to get stuck. If I try to loosen it, I don't have enough notes, so I got to get more notes. How do I do that? Well, your vocal cords are kind of like strings, kind of like the strings of a piano. And strings, there's three things that control the pitch of a string: the length of the string, the thickness of the string, and the tension of the string. And if you think about it, how do guitars, violins, pianos work? They don't tighten up the string. You go from a bigger string to a smaller string, from a thicker string to a thinner string. But the tension remains the same and consistent. That's the key. Your vocal cords work very much the same way. So if you will practice going from your low notes to your high notes and try to keep the tension of the resistance the same, you'll be able to connect between that low voice and the high voice. If I just try to drag up my low voice by tightening up my vocal cords, I'm going to get stuck and hurt myself. And then eventually the string's going to break. And I'm going to flip. But if I keep the tension the same, I feel the sound go from the bottom to the top, from my bigger vocal cords to my thinner vocal cord, and yet if the tension's the same, now instead of having just 4 or 5 notes I can sing, I've got 2 or 3 octaves I can sing with. The way you can practice that is start with something little. Well, my favorite exercise is this one, because that helps the resistance and the balance be the same. But then you can graduate to small sounds like almost like it's just a squeaky door. Then you can open that up to bigger sounds. And pretty soon you'll be able to have strength all the way through your whole voice, and that'll be the most valuable thing that you can do as a singer, is to extend your range and do it in a way that doesn't hurt your voice and wear you out. Good luck. Keep going.